Welcome to the Smiles Are Wild show, brought to you by Pediatric Dental Associates and Orthodontics. We know as parents that taking care of your children's teeth can be overwhelming. That's why every week we will bring you educational content to encourage and empower you. Thanks for joining us. So today we just want to start off March by saying that in a month, you're going to need to change out your toothbrush. So if you have been on our quarter calendar that we started in January, you should have set a reminder for April to change out your toothbrushes. So we want to start giving you some ideas of what you need to be looking for when you're purchasing that new toothbrush, or if you or your kiddos or anybody in your family are looking into an electric toothbrush option. We're going to go over some of those as well as a water flosser. Now, one thing we do want to make sure that you know is that as a dental office, we are allowed to sell dental products to you, and we buy them directly from the vendor. So we do not upcharge on any of ours. We do not make any money off of selling these to you. We sell you these at our direct cost because we feel like having at-home oral care products is very, very important. So anything that I show you today that's considered an electric toothbrush or something extra are things that you can purchase directly through our office. That includes replacement heads for your toothbrushes. They're at a deeply discounted rate. I think for an OralB regular electric toothbrush, not the newest model, but everything out before that, our heads are around $5 a piece, and then for the newest model they're $7.50, and that compared to what is in the store for most retailers is significantly cheaper. We also have a toothbrush that in some places retails for $230 to $250, and we can get it to you for like $140. So I'm going to go over some of these options. Almost everything that we're going over today as far as what we recommend are all by Crest or OralB. They are our toothbrush provider in both of our practices. We have a Procter & Gamble office right next to us in our Fayetteville location. So it's our version of keeping it local as best as we can. So we just want to give you guys some ideas of what you should be looking for the toothbrush, and make sure that you understand that starting even from infancy, it's important to start taking care of your child's teeth. So we're going to start with that. We're going to talk about what type of brush you should be using for your infant. So some infants obviously before 12 months, some of them start getting their teeth in, and you need to be cleaning them off after feeding. So whether it's breastfeeding or bottle feeding, we want to make sure that their teeth are getting cleaned and or wiped off. So we have two options that we recommend. These are two that are not considered by Crest OralB, but I will, talk to you about where you can get them and how you can get them. So this one particular thing is a finger silicone brush. So you can see it has the bristles here on the end, and it just goes and slides on your finger, and you can use that to brush your infant's teeth. I'll just go ahead and take this one out so you can see. But you can see it's just very easy. You put it on there, and then you can brush their teeth, okay? You can see the bristles on there. It's really soft to the touch. The bristles are super soft, so it's not going to harm their gums or anything. And you're just going to brush any milk, whether it be breast milk or bottle milk, away just by using this silicone brush, okay? And this is by a company called the Brushies. You can also find some infant toothbrushes just at Target or Walmart in the baby aisle. As long as you're using something, that's all that matters. So again, this is called the Brushies, and you can find these at thebrushies.com. It even comes with a cute little book that goes with them, and they're different kinds of animals. Then we also have something that we try to give out in our office, and these are called tenders. So these are infant pre-brushes. As you can see, it just looks like a little washcloth. You basically just slide it on your finger and do the same thing. So you would have it just like this, and it can just wipe off their teeth after any feedings. It's very soft, just like a washcloth. They come with different little stripe colors here. We have some pediatricians in the area that give these away as well. But these are just called tenders. So if you have an infant child and your child is seeing us, and it's not necessarily their 1-year-old birthday, but you want to know what they need to be using, this is what we would recommend. So one of these options is what we would recommend. Then once they start growing, you're going to grow into a little bit bigger of a toothbrush. So the biggest thing about toothbrushes is making sure that the head of the toothbrush is small enough for your child's mouth. So unfortunately, not everything for your child's size comes in the character that they like. So when they're in those younger stages and they really want to pick out their character toothbrush, sometimes that might be too big for them. So you just want to make sure you're paying attention to the ages on the packaging. So this one says 0 to 3 years. And then the size of the head or the softness of the bristles. And now normally any of your character brushes are going to be soft enough for kiddos, okay? This is a particular OralB baby brush. We give these out to, like I said, 0 to 2 years old. Crest OralB does sometimes fluctuate their ages. So just pay attention to the packaging. It's that easy. You're just going to be looking for the age on the package that coincides with the age of your child. Then once they get out of that stage, there are some other options. So this one, you can see the head gets just a little bit larger in size here, starts to cover more of the mouth here. And you'll start to see like the dexterity, so they can hold on to the brush. It's got some texture here so that they can start learning how to hold the brush. Now, most importantly is, we always say this, there's not really a wrong toothbrush for your child, just the one that they'll use. Technically is kind of like a funny saying that we say around here. But there are some differences in what you're using. So as long as they are able to brush their gum line, the tops and bottoms of all their teeth, the inside near the tongue, and all areas of their teeth, then as long as the toothbrush is, able to fit there, then it should be the right toothbrush, right? So this one says ages 2 to 4. So you can see we've graduated up to this one. And then you can even go to a bigger one. You see it's just a little bit bigger. The handle starts to get a little bit wider at this age. And this is going to be a 5 to 7-year-old. But that handle starts to get just a little bit wider than the other one. And let's see, we turned that way. A little bit wider there. But that's so that they can start practicing holding their own toothbrush. Now, one thing that parents often have questions about is how long should I be helping them? And technically, we do recommend until they're around 8 years old. Sometimes even older than that, depending on the child. You want to make sure that you are helping them brush. We know that they can get really agitated and they don't want you to help. But you can say, hey, you go ahead and do it for your 2 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and do it. Or let me do it for 1 minute and you do it for the other 1 minute. We want to make sure they're brushing 2 times a day for 2 minutes and then flossing once a day. So as long as we're getting some format of that and you're making that into their daily routine from the time when they're little, then they'll be used to it, and it won't be as cumbersome when you start trying to introduce it at an older age. You want to make sure that you are brushing their teeth, starting at infant stage, and that you continue to do that. We know sometimes it can be a fight. We know sometimes it can be an argument. There are different ways that you can get them to brush their teeth, okay? And we do have some videos over on our YouTube channel that will help you with that, okay? So you can check those out. So again, right now we are at the 5 to 7 age. So once you get up to like regular ages, you're going to be in a toothbrush that's just a normal adult size toothbrush. So you're going to be looking at your regular toothbrushes. Now this one is to help with the dexterity. Again, this one's for 6 and up. But we also have this one that's just at a regular size adult toothbrush here. You can see it's a much larger head on there, and that it's wider. And that's just because their mouths are growing. Their teeth are getting bigger. As they start to get their permanent teeth in, they're bigger. But it's all about just making sure, and it's as easy as checking the packages, okay? Now we're going to go into one of the more common questions we've been getting lately. Is there is this video going around about this fancy toothbrush that supposedly they just have to put it in their mouth and they just like move it from side to side and it cleans all of their teeth. So this is a little example of kind of what that looks like. So they bite down on it, but theirs is it's not electric, but it's curved like this, and you're just doing this. That is not effective. Those are not going to work. Those are not going to clean your child's teeth properly. Now, if you want to use that in conjunction with you helping them with a regular toothbrush, then go for it. If they think it's fun and it's a way to get them to do something, that's fine. But it cannot be the end all be all of what you're doing to brush their teeth, because it is not near going to get all of the areas that need to be brushed. We actually did a test with this electric one a while back with Dr. Garrett, and he actually took photos and did a plaque test to show just how much these miss. So just simply putting this in their mouth across their front and bottom teeth and having them go back and forth like this is not going to clean their teeth. Okay, so we do not recommend that. You're probably going to see it pop up on your Facebook page at some point if you're a parent of a small child, and we just flat out do not recommend those. We would rather you just use a basic manual toothbrush that is appropriate for your child's age. Now we're going to get into a little bit about electric toothbrushes. So electric toothbrushes, there are several brands out there. There's Crest OralB, there's Sonicare, there's even the character ones that come with just a battery operated thing on the bottom of it. And those are all fine. Any one that you choose is fine. Just know if you are using a character brush, so one of the ones that comes without the removable head, you're going to have to throw the entire toothbrush away because there are no replacement heads for that. So every 3 months, you're going to be throwing that toothbrush completely in the garbage, okay? There are a few manual heads. OralB has a clip brand that actually is a manual brush, and to reduce waste, it comes with a removable head, so you don't have to actually throw the whole toothbrush in the garbage. So those are pretty cool. That's called a clip toothbrush. It's by OralB. And then once they are about 3 years old, they can technically start using an electric toothbrush. Now, OralB has different characters at different times. So this is a toothbrush we've had for just a little bit. It's one of our samples. But it's just showing you that this is an electric toothbrush with the rechargeable body of the brush here. So rechargeable handle. And then this top part is removable. So you would have this for as long as the kid is using this brush, and then you just remove and change out the handles or the head, sorry. And any regular OralB head will fit this toothbrush. So you can see how this would help not only like reduce waste, but also it would keep them used to the same type of brush as they grow, okay? And this can be used till they're probably like 8 or 10 years old. Then you might want to upgrade to a more adult version. They may just want you to do that anyway because they're tired of looking at the pink and blue, or we actually have cars. We actually have an Olaf one that just has like stars on it. So it just is up to you and your family as far as when you want to do that. But OralB does recommend that they can actually start using this at age 3. We do want to make sure that you understand that we want your oral health care at home to be simple. So what OralB has done is they have made all of these bundles. So this particular toothbrush comes with like a full size mouthwash, a toothpaste, and floss, and I believe an extra brush head. And it's all only like $25 plus tax. So that includes the brush, and it always comes in a cute little tote bag. So if you're interested in buying any of these, just let us know in a direct message, or you can comment here that you're interested in buying them. I'm not sure exactly what characters are available right now. I do have a couple of Little Mermaids and a couple of Cars brand ones in the office now, but we can also order in any of the newer ones if you want to get one of those. Okay, so again, these 3 and up, and then we also have a 6 and up version, are only $25. Okay, that is significantly cheaper. You can go right now to Walmart, buy a simple Vitality OralB electric brush for around $20 to $22. But this one would have a character, plus it comes with all of the goodies and the bag. Okay. All right. And then Sweet Jessica's asking, you can buy the replacement heads from us whenever you need to. You can come by as long as we're open. Most of the time we have the replacement heads in the office. You can also call ahead and make sure we have them. And you can buy multiple ones at a time if that's easier for your family. So again, the child or kids electric toothbrush bundles are only $25 plus tax. Okay. Now we're going to talk about the 2 other options that are available for your older children. So we're talking 10 and up. We're talking kids who are in braces are really going to get the payoff from this. But your older kids, as far as the electric toothbrush, we're going to be looking at the OralB Genius, which this is just a sample that we have right now. This is one of our more expensive models because it has a rechargeable case. And it's around $100, and it just comes with just the brush. Okay. So with tax, it's $98, but it does come with this really cool case that you can charge, and then you can travel with it, and it's charging your toothbrush as you're traveling. It comes in pink and black, and then just depending on availability. But right now in the office, we have a few of the pink ones here. Again, this one's $98.76, but does not come with any of the extra stuff. But it is a really, really good brush. This is personally the one that I was using up till about 6 months ago, and I really love it. The other good thing about this is it has Bluetooth technology, and this Bluetooth technology, you can see it right here, will actually link to your phone into an app, and it will keep up with your child's brushing. So as long as your phone somehow links to it every now and again, it's going to give you information on how well they're brushing. Are they brushing every day? Are they brushing for 2 minutes? So that's just really something that's really cool, especially as parents. We're busy and we don't have time to sometimes stand in there with our older kids. We expect them to be responsible enough to do that, but this is a way that you can look at it on a weekly basis or whatever, and you can kind of see some of that. But that's again on the OralB app. The kids' brushes, manual brushes, and all of that do not have Bluetooth technology, but you can use the Disney Magic Timer app to keep up with their brushing, and that can be done on any electric, any manual toothbrush, literally any toothbrush you get. You can download the Disney Magic Timer, and it'll have fun games and things like that, and music and all of that for them to learn how to brush, make sure they're brushing for 2 minutes. All of that is included in the Disney Magic Timer app. And then again, there's the OralB app, which actually will allow you to keep up with their actual brushing. Okay. Now the next one, this is our newest electric toothbrush. So this is called the IO. And to me, it looks, very fancy. It looks like Apple made it, like Apple products. But this is the IO brush. This is a new brush that came out about a year and a half ago. If you're having issues and your child thinks the toothbrush is too noisy, this is the one you want to go with. It's super quiet, super soft. I think if I can do this correctly, we'll see if I'm doing this right. The lady, it may not do all that I need it to do, but there we go. It actually has and I don't know how well you can see this, but it has lights on here. And so it's green when you're brushing well. Okay. It's blue right now because I'm not doing anything. It's green because I'm giving the right force. And then if I do it really too hard and start to mess up my gum tissue, or I'm going to be doing that, it turns red. So the OralB Genius does this as well. But this is a really good tool to be able to teach your child the proper force that they need to be doing. So you can see it's good. We're good. It's green. You're doing the right force. Well, now it's red, so you need to back off. Okay. All of these have like a 30-second timer on them. So they go and they buzz at 30 seconds, buzz at the next 30 seconds, and then it will do multiple buzzing at 2 minutes to let you know that you have been brushing for 2 minutes. This one comes with a case and an extra head, and then it comes with a charging base here. This one that we have in the office right now is $139 plus tax, but it also comes in this really cool bundle. Comes with the bag, so it also makes a really good gift, but it would come in a bag like this. It has a full-size mouthwash in here, full-size mouthwash, full-size toothpaste, which I know this toothpaste retails at Walmart for at least $7. And then it also has some floss deep down in here. So it comes in these make really good gifts, especially, college students going off to college, or your high schooler. They make good graduation presents. So just be thinking about that. Again, we have all of these available for purchase in our office. We can talk to you about the pricing. Crest OralB is going to be putting out some new pricing guides and new bundles soon. So once we have those in, we expect, or we're hoping, that some of the pricing is going to change, or it's going to just add more to the packaging. And then last but not least, OralB just finally came out with a water flosser. So this is a water flosser, also known as a water pick. These are great for your older kiddos, especially if they're going to be in braces, which don't forget, Dr. Schuyler is starting to see new patients in a couple weeks. So these are really good for that. They have the flosser in here, has all of the information that you need, and these can be sold out of our practice for $59.25. I think they're just like $55 plus tax. So again, this is the cost that we get direct from OralB. We are not upping the price on these. We do not make any money on these. We are just trying to give you some cost-effective ways to take care of your kids' teeth and your family's teeth at home, okay? So if you have any questions about any of the stuff we went over today, obviously you can direct message me. You can email me at amy@smilesarwild.com. Some of the things we want to kind of make sure that we're hitting on today is, one, if your child has a toothbrush they really like that's working, continue to get that one. Make sure you're changing out your toothbrushes for your entire family every 3 months. So every quarter, you're going to want to get new toothbrush heads or new brushes. And especially if someone in the household's been sick, okay? So if someone's had the stomach bug or a cold or anything like that, something that's contagious in your family, and you share a bathroom with them and your toothbrushes meet, then you want to make sure that you are throwing those in the garbage and replacing those with new ones. Also, make sure your children are brushing 2 times a day. So that's in the morning before they go to school and at night before they go to bed. Flossing can be done at night. We just want to make sure that they're getting the tools that they need, because when you create these really good oral healthcare habits at home at a young age, it just becomes routine for them. It becomes when, Johnny is old enough and he's going off to college, you know that he has a good routine going. And especially with kids, because sometimes it's difficult to get them to get into the idea of brushing and things like that, you have to keep at it. So we're just here to make sure you have the tools that you need, and also to encourage and educate you on how you should be taking care of your child's teeth at home. Again, if you have any questions, do not ever hesitate to reach out to us. We are always available in direct messenger. You can comment here. We'll get back to you as quickly as we can. You can also email me directly. My email is amy@smilesarwild.com. And I just want to say again, thank you all so much for joining us today. We really appreciate the time you take out of your day to watch us. If you think this will be helpful for your friends or family, please share this video with your friends onto your timeline so that they can get this information as well. And if you missed any of this and you're just catching this at the end, you can go back and watch the replay here in just a little bit, or it will be up on our YouTube channel within the next couple of days. And you can find our YouTube channel at Smiles Are Wild. If you hit the subscribe button on YouTube, then you will get notifications when we post all of our videos. So again, thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you all again next week. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and go visit us on smilesarwild.com.